Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my everyday go to work look for the office. As you may or may not know, I work in an office job doing marketing and PR every day, 5 days a week, Monday to Friday. Woo! So this is definitely just a side hobby which I love doing and spending all my time on the weekends doing, and it's awesome. But I do have a everyday work-life job, so doing this office look was kind of second nature for me because I do work in an office every day of the week. So this is what my go-to everyday office look. It's a natural and it's easy for me. I'm so used to doing it, and it's just sort of simple bronzes, neutrals, browns, colors, and a very simple lip. I do have a lot of tips and tricks as to reasons why I do these certain tips, or you know, some people might think it's a bit too much effort for an everyday work look, but I do want to look professional in my office work life, and also my passion for makeup. So I sort of mix those two together to come up with this look, because I never touch up my face when I'm at work. So what I do in the morning, which normally takes me 15 minutes to do on my makeup, it has to last me all day. So I have to spend a bit more time in the morning doing my makeup to make sure that it lasts all day. The only thing I touch up are my lips. And I have tried to film this exact same look for you guys before, but first world filming problems. I was like, yeah, I made this video and I'm so excited. I did it a few weeks ago, and then I uploaded it all and it was all blurry. Yes, I was so pumped about that. It's actually really freaking pissed because I have a different camera that doesn't have the flip screen come out. I actually have a mirror placed behind this, so if you ever see me looking behind, it is because I have a mirror behind there and I'm trying to make sure that I'm still in focus. And clearly that time I thought I was in focus, I wasn't. So if you would like to see how I get this natural office work look, please keep watching. Bye! So I start off every morning, of course, priming my face every day at work because I work just in the office for 8 hours a day. My makeup does go a bit and it really is so essential to use primer, and I'm going to be using the Natural Base Radiance Lumiere in Yellow by MAC. Oh. Next I'm going to spray my MAC Fix Plus on this flat kabuki brush by Sigma. It's pretty much standard for me to do this just because I find that it helps put the makeup on a bit better and it smooths it out and makes it last longer. Then I'm going to use my Makeup Forever HD foundation, and it is in N127. This one can be a bit light though when I've got tan on my face, but that's alright. Pretty much everything I do it for a reason. There's a reason why I do the certain steps every day, you know, to make my makeup last longer, what's going to look good, what's going to make me not look shiny, what products stay all day, you know, all these different little things that I really think of when I'm doing my makeup. I need to set the eyes before I put my eyeshadow on because my eyes are hooded and they will crease, and I really need to set the eyes, or I don't want to be going throughout the day. I don't carry my eyeshadow around, so if it goes all creasy and yuck, there's nothing I can do about it, and if I can stop it from happening, I definitely will. Today I will be using MAC Medium Dark to set my eyes, and just this little brush. It really is nothing hard, just dusting it over my eyelid. So for the eyes, I am going to use my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I haven't had it for very long at all, and I've already found that I've been reaching for it a lot more in the past few days. For the crease, I am just going to use this, I think it's called the Milk Chocolate, and I'm just going to use this Sigma tapered blending brush just to quickly blend in the crease, nothing too over the top. Next I'm going to highlight under the brow bone, which I always do. Sometimes I just do it a bit more subtle than if I am, you know, going out or anything like that. So I'm just going to mix a mixture of these two brow bone colours. If you follow me on Instagram at all, I normally post photos during the week, and a lot of them are just me having my work makeup on, which sounds very odd that I post photos on Instagram of that. Next, now that I've done my brow bone, I'm just going to put a bit of a darker colour on, and for that I'm going to use the Short Shader E20 by Sigma, and this sort of matte colour mixed with this shimmery colour. As you can see, it sort of goes on darker. So I pretty much brought this over my entire eyelid and just missing the corner and bringing it up slightly to the crease. Clearly not going to leave it like that. It's hot again. I thought it was getting a bit cooler, but apparently not. Seriously, I shouldn't be complaining because when it's cold, I'm going to be so sad about when it's cold. I'm such a summer baby, so when it's winter, we're not friends. Me and winter aren't friends. I'm actually going to Bali in winter, and a lot of Australians do go there, but it's sort of something different than just being at home, and that's the time that I can go off and have a break from work, and as if I don't want a summer getaway in the middle of winter, seriously. Next, I'm going to use this shimmery colour from the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette and this flat brush, and it's called Marzipan, just for the inner corners of my eyes, just to sort of open them up and make them look a bit bigger. So I'm almost done with the eyes. I normally use the Maybelline Big Eyes liner just to do my lower waterline, just because I feel like it brightens my eyes up throughout the day and it just makes them look a bit bigger and a bit brighter, especially when I'm feeling a bit tired. Next for eyes, one of my new favourites is this Clinique Mascara, and it's a lash building primer on one side and then the high impact mascara in black on the other. I don't always use both methods because it just can take way longer, but I find that this mascara is long lasting, doesn't rub off, and I hate it when they flake at the bottom, and this one definitely doesn't do that. Obviously I'm not going to be wearing fake lashes to work every day, because who the hell has time for that when they go into the office? Now that I'm happy with my mascara, I am going to move on to the brows. I do normally use the Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I've started to use lingering as well in combination, even just every day, because it really doesn't take very long at all. I use this oil-free eye makeup remover by Neutrogena, and then I put this on one of the cotton pads. I use my angled brush that I use for the eyebrow and just wipe it off onto the pad. This oil makes the brush a lot easier to dip into the product in the soft brown pomade onto my eyebrows. And then for the rest of the brow, I move on to the lingering. That legit took me no time. I'm probably because of practice. But I'm going to move on to the MAC lingering and just quickly sort of pencil in this part of my eyebrow, just because it just makes them look natural and not so drawn on. But I am also lucky because I do naturally have eyebrows anyway. I'm going to move on to doing the rest of my face. I am going to use my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Medium Custard just to do highlight under my eyes. I always have to do that just so I find this one lasts all day and doesn't crease. It is so important that they don't crease because you don't want to look like you have wrinkles when you don't. And I say this all the time because it freaks me out. Oh my god, freaks you out. I am currently, like as you would say, on the pan with this. I'm running out. I feel like I have to dip it in there 100 million times to try and get product out. My beauty blender has officially died and is in the bin, and I need to get a new one because it was really looking really gross. So once that is all blended, I pretty much set it straight away under my eyes using my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit and the banana shade. Just so that it doesn't crease at all, I just pretty much set it straight away. To set the rest of my face, I am going to be using my MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in Medium Dark, just to dust that all around my face. I really need to set my the rest of my foundation because I don't want to end up looking shiny. Next, I'm just going to go back in and use my Chocolate Bar palette, and I'm just going to put a little bit of the same eyeshadow that I was using before in this sort of shimmery bronze shade just under my eyes. Next, I have to bronze my face. I'm not the biggest blush girl in the world just because I don't think it suits my skin tone, but I always bronze up. I'm going to be using Give Me Sun. It's pretty much my go-to because it's matte, not too shimmery, even though I'm a bit of a shimmer girl, self-confessed shimmer girl right here, and I always use bronzer. So just sort of quick, lightly bringing it up into the hairline. Now that I am all bronzed up, I always highlight. I know I'm going to work, who cares, but this is what I do. As I said at the start of the video, I'm sure it's not suitable to what everyone wants to do for work, but I find it really work appropriate. I'm just going to use this shimmery MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle Holy Grail product. It's a really quick, this is what I like about this product, is that you don't have to sit there and really think about the highlight. You just sort of dust it on with your fan brush and you're good to go. Next, I'm now onto my lips. Gotta have nice flawless lips. I do like to go for a neutral look. I always use my NYX Retractable lip liner in Natural, just to line the lips, because I find that it doesn't bleed and it lasts longer when it doesn't bleed throughout the day. And wearing neutral colours, that's another reason why I wear neutral colours on my lips most of the time, because I find that they can last longer. Even if, you know, I'm having my coffee or I'm eating something, it won't look as noticeable when it comes off, and when I use my lipstick it just stays on for a lot longer. And if you draw a bit outside the line, not as noticeable either. Hello. Next, I'm going to use MAC Brave. It's pretty much my go-to every single day lipstick. I'll be in the car and this is exactly what I'll go for. Clearly used it a lot. I can't say more nice things about this colour. It's so perfect. It matches my skin tone, I think, really well, and it just always matches my looks. I don't know how to explain it. And then pretty much all I take in my makeup bag with me is this. I don't take anything with me to work. I'm too lazy to try and reapply it. The only thing I reapply throughout the day is my lips. So because I don't reapply or do anything like that throughout my day at work, I always have to spray my face after I finish my makeup. I normally use MAC Fix Plus, or I also use my NYX Dewy Finishing Setting Spray, because I like a little glowing finish. I'm not much of a matte person, so I will always spray my face. And there you have it, the finished look. This is my go-to work look. I do it every single day, Monday to Friday. I put this on and it's just so routine. I'm not sure, obviously some people could think it's too much effort and too much effort for their work routine, but I tend to spend maybe 10-15 minutes doing this. I think I've just got it so down pat, and my tricks that I do help my makeup last all day. All I do is reapply my lipstick, and you know, whatever happens at the end of the day, oh well, going home, so it doesn't matter. So I really hope you enjoyed my makeup look. I hope it was quick and easy enough for you guys, not much blending or anything too difficult, and it just really is a flawless good look for any day of the week, let alone just going to work. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed my look, and I hope you'll come back for more, and subscribe would be amazing. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you all next time. Bye!